Oh, hey YouTube, what is really good? My name is In Vivid Color, coach of the South Texas Sableyes, and we are coming in for PGBL Season 3 Week 2 versus the Killer Nacho, coach of the Miami Dolphiones. And we lost Week 1, and the Dolphiones team is really interesting because he has a lot of ways to break speed parity by sort of like setting up grassy terrain with Tapu Bulu and having Hawlucha with Grassy Seed, or setting rain with Politoed and sweeping with Kabutops. So this is an interesting week to prepare for. I feel like Nacho's team is really good, but let's not psych ourselves out. Let's just get right into this battle and see what he brought. All right, so one of the biggest things I was worried about was the Ditto, but we see no Hawlucha, no Tapu Bulu, no rain. So this is a really interesting bring, in my opinion. The Xurkitree is definitely going to be the Z Hypnosis set, which I'm actually kind of terrified of. I need to be able to outspeed it and shut it down before it can do anything to me. I think Xurk's speed is lower. I think Xurk's speed is low enough that I can just lead with Nidoqueen here and not worry about that too much. I want to say the Ditto lead would be pretty good against almost anything. This is interesting. This is an interesting space to be in. Starmie looks really good here, though, so there's that. I think I am going to lead Nidoqueen either way. If he leads Ditto, he kind of gets me pretty good, and that Nidoqueen's really good against my team, but if he doesn't, I don't know. I feel like leading Ditto is like pretty obvious, too, because it just gives him information on turn 1. I don't know. All right, well, good luck to you, Nacho. I hope this game is good. I really want to pull off a win this week because, like I said, we lost week 1, so pulling a win this week would be pretty good. All right, so he leads with the Darmanitan, which I think is fine with me. I don't think Darmanitan gets Earthquake, does it? Oh, it does. All right, if Darmanitan gets Earthquake, this screams U-turn to me. He can't just lock himself into Earthquake on turn 1, I don't think. I don't think he can do that. If he does, though, I lose my Nidoqueen if I stay in. If I switch into Celesteela predicting an Earthquake, and he predicts that. Yeah, this is, well, okay, actually, Earthquake doesn't kill me. So I can stay in no matter what. And if he just goes for U-turn, we get our rocks up, and that seems pretty good. I need to take a picture of his team, actually. He doesn't look like he has hazard removal this week. It doesn't look like it. Let's take a quick pic of this team before we do anything else, so we have an idea of what's going on. All right. Let's pull that up on our cellular device. Okay, cool. So what would his switch be here? I'm assuming he's just going to U-turn. I don't know what he would U-turn into. I guess, well, he gets that information after, right? If I just go for Earth Power here, I can actually knock this thing out. If he just stays in and goes for like Flare Blitz or Earthquake. How am I living this? I don't know, it's kind of blowing my mind. I guess I just click Stealth Rock this turn, and hope he goes for, yeah, hope he goes for U-turn. That was, okay. So U-turn should do about 12%. Did it even do that much? What would 12% be to me? I would be at 88%. I don't think it did that much. Going out into Blastoise. Oh, yeah, that makes sense here because he can just spin away the rocks. All right, so going for something like Sludge Wave or Earth Power would have been the correct play on this turn. Would have been the correct play on this turn, 100%. Okay, yeah, so that's correct. We have the Darmanitan set pretty much locked down. So we can go for Rapid Spin here, or he can try to take out my Nidoqueen. Water Pulse would kill. Would also do a lot of damage to almost anything. But I think he just has to spin here, right? Like, he just has to spin. If he's spinning, what's our play? I guess we can go out into Nagini. Seems pretty reasonable. We're pretty defensive superior. Yeah, I guess that looks like the play. And then we can just glare something. All right, let's do this. He gets to go for Rapid Spin on this turn. We get to, like, negate everything that's happened so far in this game. And then we'll go for a glare. The glare seems pretty good because I mean, if he goes for, I guess Ice Beam kind of gets me here if he predicts that. Ice Beam does 79% to me. Oh, wow. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good read. All right, so what's my play here? I can't just stay in and eat another Ice Beam, realistically. Jeez, now I'm not in the best position. All right, let's look at Starmie. Starmie's taking about 27% from an Ice Beam from like a fully special attack invested Blastoise. We don't KO with Thunderbolt, even close. Raikou. I thought I set this up where Raikou was a clean Oko when I was running my calcs, but it's looking like it's not going to be that. But I can switch out into Raikou either way. Jeez, this is not great. This is not a great position to be in. I can just click Leaf Storm here. I can just click Leaf Storm here, or I can click Glare. I guess I click Glare here. No, I'm gonna click Leaf Storm. I'm gonna click Leaf Storm because I think he has to switch. Oh no, he doesn't. He doesn't have to switch at all. Okay, cool. Well, my Nagini's probably dead, unless he predicted a switch. If he did though, okay, I just goes right to him. All right, so Nagini's dead. Not great, but we got a lot of good damage off on the Blastoise, and we can just go into Raikou here, and he basically has to switch, which gives me 1 turn to Calm Mind. And his team doesn't look particularly great against Raikou, but I guess the Ditto does work against it, which isn't fantastic. Alternatively, I could go out into Altaria, which looks like it's going to kill the Blastoise. Let's see. Let's assume that did about 60%. So it's it looks like it's a little lower than 40%, but still. So a Hyper Voice from Altaria has a chance to kill. Raikou seems like the really easy switch here, so I guess it's a switch I make. I'm a little upset. I am a little upset that this has happened. I'm just gonna go for a substitute on this turn because I'm pretty sure he has to switch out. And I'm not entirely sure what his switch is here. I mean, I guess the Nihilego looks really good at the spot. But how much does Nihilego take from, like a standard set take from Thunderbolts? 30%. So I can go for a Calm Mind on this turn, or I can just click, I think I'm just gonna click Substitute, and I'll click Calm Mind next turn. I think that looks pretty good. Ferrothorn's a pretty safe switch in here. Doesn't have any way to like roar me out or anything, right? I don't think he does. Yeah, the switch is pretty obvious here. Ferrothorn's a super safe switch here. So let's look up the Pharaoh set. I'm assuming he's gonna be like pretty specially defensive. I can't get Leech Seeded now, which is good. A Power Whip will break the sub. A little unfort. We still have Rock Steps. That's worth something. See it in Rapid Spin. I forgot about that. Knockoff would be... Knockoff doesn't look like it breaks the sub. Hidden Power Fire. I'm just going to Calm Mind this turn. I can sort of like alternate between Calm Minds and Substitutes, I believe. Obviously he has a Ditto in the back that will be able to outspeed me. But I think we're fine right now. All right, so we're currently at +1 special attack and +1 special defense. And he's just setting up. Interesting. Interesting line of play. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna Calm Mind again. Cause like he has to set up, basically he has to set up a, or not set up, he has to break my sub here with a Power Whip, is what has to happen. Like 100%, right? I don't think that's gonna break because I resist. It faded. The more you know. Let's look at that roll real quick, because if there's a chance we don't... okay, so... he has to have some attack investment, it looks like. I'm gonna go for a substitute here. He's staying in. What I need to happen, basically, essentially, is I need for this not to break the substitute, which I think he's getting a high roll maybe. No. All right, that's 2 in a row. So I think it's probably time just to click the HP fire. It's a little upsetting that that breaks. It's a little upsetting that breaks, but at +2 special attack, HP fire should, oh, it's not even a lock here. Wow. Let's look at how much this does. What's this taking me from? 147 to 87? Are you kidding me? This thing's definitely a negative speed nature. So it's definitely like a plus SPDF negative speed nature, right? Plus SPDF. Where's that at? Jeez. Yeah, plus SPDF negative speed. All right, well, whatever. I mean, we're just, I think I just go for the Thunderbolt here. In case he switches into something, like he wants to save his Ferrothorn. He knows my whole moveset now, so maybe there was reason to not do that. I mean, he had to know I was packing an electric type move. All right, so we get rid of the Ferrothorn. Not bad. Not bad. Can't believe it lived at +2. Like, I'm a little upsetty spaghetti. All right, so what's his switch here? I guess probably just like Darmanitan. Darmanitan Flare Blitz takes me out. Just does. It's upsetting. I just needed to be in a position where I could have stayed behind a sub. All right, so he has to go for a Flare Blitz here. That's like guaranteed. We can switch out into Altaria, I believe. I believe we can switch out in Altaria. So I think he has to go for a Flare Blitz. Right? It still does a reasonable amount. Well, actually, we wouldn't be Mega'd at that point, so our defenses wouldn't be as high. What about Starmie? What does this do to Starmie? So much. Like, way too much. I think that's probably the play, though, is to go out into Starmie. But if he clicks U-turn, he just kind of gets me pretty good there. I don't really want to let Raikou go down because it looks really good in this game. Also, Altaria doesn't really do much to Darmanitan in response. Like, the Altaria set that I have, I can't really kill it. All right, we're gonna go out into Starmie here because we are Scarf, so we'll outspeed. I think he has to go. I think he has to go for Flare Blitz here, but I could be wrong, and he could just go for U-turn and get me. Yeah, okay. So we'll live this, and he'll take some recoil damage. And then we're just about to reveal that we're Scarfed. And hopefully super... Let me look at a calc real quick. Because if I can get away with just side shocking this thing, I can't. Alright, I just have to click Hydro Pump. That's not great, but whatever. He withdraws, so that's good. It triggers my analytic here. He goes down to the Blastoise. Super easy switch, but I should be able to kill this thing with the combination of rocks and 2 pumps, I would imagine. Just 1 pump. Okay, cool. He can't have, like, fantastic switches here, right? What does he have left on his team? So the Blastoise and the Ferrothorn are down. So he has the Darmanitan. He has the Zerk in the back. He has the Ditto. Yeah, that's, like, the pretty obvious switch here, I guess. I guess I can just let him choice Scarf into Thunderbolt and go for Hydro Pump myself. This should be a speed tie since we're both Scarfed. I kind of need to preserve this to be able to deal with Darmanitan, but I don't really have the option to do that. I don't think so. I think I just have to stay and go for Hydro Pump. It's like not great, but I think it's what I have to do. We revealed that we're Scarfed here because it was a speed tie. He went for Ice Beam. We might actually live this. No. All right, but we know he's Scarfed into Ice Beam, so now, oddly enough, I need to look up a calc on my own end, right? How much does this do to my Raikou? So Starmie Ice Beam does 28% to my Raikou. He'd have to switch. Alternatively, what about my Celesteela? Celesteela. It does 21%. So I get a leech seed off on the switch, roughly. He has no grass types left. I guess that's a play. Just go out and Celesteela, get a leech seed off on the switch. I think preserving the Raikou is pretty good here. The Darmanitan looks like it's gonna... The Darmanitan looks like it's probably gonna, like, stomp me at this point. I mean, I guess not. It can't have too many more switch-ins left in it. Or too many more Flare Blitzes, I guess, rather. I think I just click Leech Seed here. I think that's the play. He can go out in a Xurkitree, which would be pretty decent. We can make him blow a Z move. It's got to be the play, right? Yeah, just go out in a Zerk. All right, so this thing is going to be a nightmare to deal with. All right, well, avoiding the Leech Seed seems great for you. All right, so I'm just going to click Protect on this turn. So we will dodge the Hypnosis, but then, I don't know, man. If he just goes for a Tail Glow here, he probably wins. Okay, so this is definitely just the Z Hypnosis. So we'll Protect from that. And then I guess... I don't know that we can come back from here. Dodging the Leech Seed is probably going to cost us this game, honestly. Like, it probably has the potential to cost us this game. Let's see what a Zerk, like a typical Zerk, looks like against my Celesteela right now. So we can Tail Glow on this turn. You can click Thunderbolt. I think I just have to go for Leech Seed again, honestly. Yeah, because he just clicks Tail Glow here. He's already faster. I don't really have a switch into this. Like, I have to just wear it down with Leech Seed, I'm pretty sure. And I guess it's like suspect here as to whether or not I click Protect or I go for an attack. Because he knows I have Protect, so we can just like predict that and go for another Tail Glow. So I think I actually click Heavy Slam here. If he takes me out, he takes me out, but I would imagine him to go for a second Tail Glow here. Okay, I should have clicked Protect. I don't know why he wouldn't, because I've shown Protect. Whatever. All right, so the second move is probably Grass Knot. His special attack is at +4. He probably just wins the game here. At this point, well, okay, let's look at Altaria, actually. I might have an out. I have a very slim chance at having an out. Like a very slim chance at having an out. That is going out into Altaria. Really wishing rocks weren't up. What about Nidoqueen? We died to Grass Knot. Yeah, okay. All right. What if it's, instead of Grass Knot, it's Hidden Power Ice? Does that change the math here? Hidden Power Ice would probably be, that's also a kill. Oh, it's definitely Hidden Power Ice. Yeah, we lost. We lost, right? Like I just lost? I don't know. We're gonna go out into Nidoqueen and live on a prayer. I don't think I have any outs here. I'm pretty sure this is just GG. Pretty sure this is just GG. If it's Grass Knot, we're good. If it's not Grass Knot, we lose. I'm gonna go for Earth Power. We put ourselves into this position too. And I'm not feeling great about it. Like, I'm sure he has Hidden Power Ice. Like, I'm 100% positive of it. Yep, Hidden Power. Definitely Hidden Power Ice. Yep. That's game. That's super game. That's unfortunate too. Ugh, that's super unfortunate. I guess I should have looked at like what it did to Raikou, but I'm already low enough that I don't think it matters. All right, good game, Nacho. Man, I'm so pissed because I think my team is really good. And I don't know. I feel like it's like a combination of playing bad and just building bad. I click Mega Evolve, I click Hyper Voice just in case, but I don't think it matters. I'm so upset. I'm super upset right now. Like, what was I supposed to do on that turn? I think if the first Leech Seed had landed, we might still have a shot. Yeah, it's Hidden Power Ice. Good game. Good game. Whatever, man. I'm salty. I'm salty about this one. The last one, I feel like it was a combination of being rushed. I mean, there's been a lot going on. Like, I haven't had time to really dedicate to this game, honestly. to these leagues yet, but I'm just so salty about this because now I'm starting off this league 0-2, and I feel like I had a pretty reasonable shot this week. All I had to do was not let this thing Z hypnosis on me. I'm upset. I'm super upset, and I don't even want to talk about it. I lost my first week. It was a 1-0, so it was at least close. This was what, a 3-0 or a 4-0? I don't even remember what it was. It was a 3-0 or a 4-0, and I'm salty. I'm so salty because, like, what was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do in that situation? I guess I probably should have held on to, well, it didn't matter. Like, I don't know. I think Zergantry just countered my team. Like, what could I have brought that would have been good against it? I don't know. I guess I should have preserved the Choice Scarf Starmie. Should have preserved the Choice Scarf Starmie so that I could switch in on it once it got its speed boost. I don't know. I'm upset. If you want to help me recover from this, definitely click that like button because I'm feeling really bad about how I'm playing in the PGBL so far. And I'm like upset about it. I'm pretty upset. So now we're 0-2 and it's not looking great. Other than that, if you're new here, you should subscribe because I don't always play this bad. I think the team I brought was actually pretty good, to be honest, but it didn't pan out that way. And, you know, talk to me in the comment section down below. You can console me maybe a little bit. If you want to tell me that I'm awful at this game, I'll probably still heart your comment. I'll reply to comments for the first few days. But I'm gonna go cry in a corner. I'm kind of down here and I gotta leave, guys. Bye.